paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, am I still involved? Y'all usually check on me. Listen, 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 listen. I'm still involved. Hey! Woo! Oh, shut up, my boy. Hey! I'm still involved. Oh! I'm still them boys, them boys, them boys. I'm still them boys. I'm still them boys. Yeah, I'm still them boys. Call and check on me. Hey, I'm still them boys. Them boys, them boys, them boys, them boys, them boys, them boys. I'm still them boys. Now y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor. I'm still them boys. Huh. Yeah, I'm still them boys.
Good evening.
Make third down more manageable.
Yes! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Yes!
Against CeeDee Lamb. This time CeeDee Lamb's in.
Oh gosh, y'all. I'm sitting here with a Cowboys super fan.
We in here. We in here. We
I
in here.
am Candace Cooper, and with me, of course, is
Brandon Cooper.
And you are watching Live with the Coopers.
And we are in this thing. Happy New Year to you all.
Yes.
This is our first time coming to you in the New Year together.
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys, Christmas fell on a Monday. And then the New Year fell on a Monday as well. So, we decided, we talked about it. I'm like, well, do we still want to go live? And technically, in order to continue the content and get our likes and all of this stuff up, followers up, we could have gone live.
We should have gone live.
But what we've decided is family is critical. And we can't be on this show talking about family and the values of family and the importance of family, and then not making sure that we're spending time with our family. So that is the purpose. We want to practice what we preach. And so we utilize Christmas and New Year's to really spend time with our family and just to kind of take a break. So
Yes, we did.
yeah. So
Make third down more manageable.
Yes! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Yes!
Against CeeDee Lamb. This time CeeDee Lamb's in.
Live, a big topic for today, you guys, and I know y'all are ready for this topic because it is the video, the interview that has been heard around the world with 35.9 million views. Mr. Radcliffe sat down with Club Shay Shay and he released it. 2 hours and 46 minutes, basically a 3-hour interview that I have watched probably twice, maybe 2 times and a half. So anyway, we're gonna get to that. I'm just so excited about the topic today. But before we get into the topic, let me go ahead and let you start off with our sports news.
Bad news first. Well, not really bad news because I'm proud of them. But shout out to my Texas Longhorns. We hadn't got to talk to you about that, of course, but they made it to the playoffs this year, and they which is the Final Four. It's a Final Four now. Next year, the playoffs will transition to 12. It'll be 12 next year. But my Longhorns did make it to the Final Four this year, and sadly they lost a game in which, we all say they could have won. But hey, man, shout out to Washington. They beat Texas in the playoff game 31-37. Washington won. And now, currently, guys, first of all, shout out to all the people that are watching with us. I know the championship is on currently right now. The college championship is on. And last I checked, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but last I checked right before we came on live, Michigan was beating Washington right now 17-3. They were currently beating them 17-3. So Washington put us out, but looks like Michigan is before we went live, they was handling them pretty well, and I think they even had the ball right before we went live. So I got no dog in that fight. You know, that's why we're here live. Rather be here talking to you guys.
17-10.
That's
17-10.
yeah. 17-10 is the score currently. Okay.
Somebody
Well,
else said
Richard said
17-9.
17-9.
Uh-oh.
Okay, 17-9.
Whoa,
All right.
17-9.
Okay. All right. So, but Michigan is up. So, we'll see what happens in that. Hey man, I'm Texas over everything. If y'all ain't figured that out yet, so even though I am them boys, even though I am them boys, I do want to show some love.
Ain't nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still the boss?
Ain't nobody calling me. Nobody don't want to call me right now. Ain't nobody calling me right now. But before I go to that, shout out to the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans are doing their thing. I'm really proud of the Houston Texans. I'm Texas over everything. You know, it's Texas by a landslide to me. You know what I'm saying? So I want to give a shout out to the Houston Texans. In their first year with Coach D'Amico Ryans, African-American black coach, man, I'm proud of that man. He has taken that team that was a dumpster fire, and he has turned that team around. And in his first year coaching that team with a rookie quarterback, shout out to C.J. Stroud, they are in the playoffs in the 4th seed, and they will play Saturday against the Cleveland Browns, who are the 5 seed, at 4:30 p.m. So much love to the Houston Texans, much love to the Houston Texans fans. That's big time, and y'all are well on your way. For all the Houston Texans fans, well on your way to having an exceptional team. All right, I'm really proud of them. But last but not least, how about them Cowboys? My Cowboys, they did what they needed to do. They took out the Washington Commanders. And which we wouldn't worry about that. I ain't even look up the score. It don't even matter. I think it was 38-10, something like that. But at the end of the day, we have the 2nd seed now, which means that we have probably our first 2 games at home, and there's a possibility that we could even have our 3rd game if we make it that far for the NFC Championship at home. There's a possibility. There's a possibility of that happening. So, because we are the 2nd seed. So, we do play Sunday at 4:30 against the Green Bay Packers. The playoffs have begun. We are here, baby. We are here. Now, I'm going to take all this off.
All
All right.
So I'm assuming that the props were just for your sports
Yeah,
news.
got to represent. Got to represent.
Yeah.
Got my Dion's on, got my cowboy hat, got to represent a little bit.
All right, Jacoby Cooper is saying first round exit is his comment.
Hey, we don't need all that.
Try it.
We don't need all that.
And then Miss Sheila Tutson is saying, I am an Eagles fan, coach, but I cheered them on last night while watching my team get whooped. LOL.
Hey, I'm not, Miss Hudson, because it's you, I'm not even going to say nothing about the Eagles. There are a few good Eagles fans that I love. You are one of them. So, hey, y'all in the playoffs too, but y'all going in on a bad note right now. So I wish y'all out of luck, but, unless y'all come up against us. All good.
All righty, and last but not least, before we get into move away from this, is whoever win have to go to San Fran.
If San Fran is still in it, if San Fran is still in it. That's the key.
So that's sports updates, and
Yep.
you guys, typically this is the time when I'll talk about news, but because it's been 2 or so weeks, and we really want to kind of get into today's topic. Today's topic is a part of kind of what's trending in news media right now.
Yep.
And the topic has to do with the 35 million views that received when he bought Cat Williams on. So let me set the stage, okay? You guys, I have actually been a fan, shout out to Club Shay Shay. I have actually been a fan of watching that podcast now, probably for the last 2 to 3 months or so. And I didn't watch him when he was in sports, and I certainly didn't watch him when he was with Skip Bayless or even with Stephen A. But he has something going with this podcast because he just allows guests to sit down on that couch. They share a little cognac, Okay, that's his drink of choice, and he shares the space and they have a conversation.
He has his own cognac now, matter of fact.
Yes, he does.
Le Portier.
He sure does, and now they said it's
Shay.
a truth serum rather. Because all the truth telling it went on. But if you have not seen this interview, I recommend everyone to watch it. I've always been a fan of multiple comedians. I enjoy comedy. Comedy is a way that we can laugh through some critical and important things. It helps you to get through life, to be honest with you. So I just enjoy, an array of different comedians, and Cat Williams has been one of them. But what we experienced on, what day was that? January 4th, or whatever day that was, that he basically set the internet on fire, is Cat Williams came on Club Shay Shay. Coop, the man, Shannon Sharp, couldn't get out 2 or 3 words. And before you know it, Cat just sat down on that sofa and he just went off. He came ready.
He brought it.
He brought it. And he literally talked about a lot of his peers in the industry. I'll say that, some of the top names like Kevin Hart and Steve Harvey. You guys, please, if you've watched it, give us
chime in. Please chime in.
Hey,
we need you. We need your chat on this one. Yeah. This is real. The conversation that we're gonna have is real. Candace will get the rolling, but guys, we want a conversation. We want a conversation because this. Oh, baby, you can talk. You can talk.
I learned it from you.
You can talk.
I probably learned it from you. Honey. If you ever watch Salute the Real Child, I can barely get in comments. So let me say it now. But honestly, the guy he talked about his peers. He also went into just really spitting game on how to navigate the comedian world and how the industry works. What else are some of the nuggets that you kind of got out of that? He talked about.
You go ahead, baby.
He really kind of. It says.
You said you don't watch it twice.
I did.
Y'all tell us what y'all got out of it, guys. Help us out because we're gonna go into some things from this at once Candace is finished opening it up for us.
Yeah, he talked about Steve Harvey's haircut was a wig. He did it. The delivery was funny, but you could tell that the man is highly intelligent.
Yeah.
And normally Cat doesn't really come out and do a ton of interviews. You don't really see him doing that. So in this interview, basically what he did is
he's done them. It just ain't been on this level. He's done them. He's done a lot of them. He put some people in place in the past. This ain't been the first time he's done that. You go on YouTube, you'll see he's checked some people multiple times. Matter of fact, now a lot of older stuff is coming out that he's done in the past, and basically where he's been calling out several of these people. So this wasn't the first time, but I think going on Club Shay, I think it was just a perfect storm, if you will, based on where Club Shay is at this point. He's hot right now.
He is.
And with Cat going on there and Cat laying it out the way he did, it lit the internet on fire.
It did, and it brought up, with a lot of the comedians, their way into the industry was men having to wear dresses, specifically black men. He brought that up. He talked about pay discrepancies. He even brought up how, he used the term industry plant, when he referred to Kevin Hart. And he talked about pay, and which is an issue. Taraji is now talking about and bringing that up, how individuals are getting paid unequally. He talked about wanting to maintain his his private parts to be virgin.
Any of y'all that listen to Corey Holcomb, if y'all listen to the 5150 show, Corey Holcomb been saying it for a long time, that if you want to make it in the acting, type world, like if you want to make it in Hollywood, you're gonna have to bend over at some point.
So
Corey Holcomb been saying it. Corey Holcomb been saying it, and that's why he said you won't see him in no movies. Harley, because he's not gonna, play by their games. He said you're gonna have to bend over, you're gonna have to sacrifice somebody, you're gonna have to do some things to get where you want to get in that Hollywood world, you know, when it comes to acting.
He even brought up the term, the topic Illuminati. You know, that's been something.
Brought that over
been
Ludacris.
a controversy for years, and so he said, "Hey, Luda had to cut his hair and do all this stuff." And so, really, what it boiled down to when I watched it, the main nugget I took from this, and this is actually a topic that we kind of talked about before on this show, but when you have strong integrity and morals and values, and having to, you know, really uphold that versus over choosing money, you know, because oftentimes there's going to be a lot of opportunities that we're going to be given. I mean, and we can, this is in everyday life. You know, we'll be given different opportunities, but what happens when you step through that door and you realize that you have to sacrifice maybe your integrities or your morals and values? It's like, I think we had the show before, how far are you willing to go for money? You know, so that was kind of my main takeaway that I got out of it. You know, and I know everybody's focused on whether it's a truth or whether he lied. Y'all, he embellished a little bit probably on a lot of that stuff. I don't know. Do you think Cat Williams can run a 4-1?
No. Well, he didn't say 4-1. I think he said 4-4. No, well, first of all, that side of that gym that if you don't understand, that side of that gym is not even 40 yards. Look, that wasn't even a 40-yard dash. So yeah, for y'all that know, yeah, he looked like he's. And if you listen to his feet, ain't nobody stumping that hard. I'm a track coach, guys. Ain't nobody stumping that hard, running no 4.5 nothing. So, but hey, for old man, he was moving very well. He was moving very well.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Now, you know, don't nobody jump on me for this, but I'm just gonna be real right here. Now, where he didn't say that he hadn't, but he did say nobody's seen or talked to anybody or blah 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 when it comes to drugs. Look here, let me tell y'all something. Hold on. Now, I grew up around a lot of people that were on drugs. I've seen a lot of people that was on drugs growing up, and of course, because I was a PO at one point, I dealt with a lot of people that were doing drugs. Cat Williams can't tell me from what he was when he first came on the scene to what he became. Looking at him, he can't tell me he didn't mess with no drugs. Now, y'all get mad all you want. Now, I know better than that. He didn't touch some drugs. Now, the way he said it, and this is how you know he did his homework. Nobody seen me, nobody heard of me, who done came out saying that I did drugs. You might have did them by yourself.
I think
Your supplier might have been quiet. But you did drugs.
David Perkins says he said he's never done hard drugs.
I be damned.
And here's the deal.
A bullshit?
Not even alcohol.
A bullshit? A bullshit.
Alcohol,
Bullshit.
even marijuana. Everybody looks at marijuana as not, but I've seen people who, you know, say that they're just using marijuana, and you start to look a little weathered over time, especially if you abuse it. So he admitted to doing marijuana to the point to where he even has women that rolls his weed for him, and so
Marijuana don't do what we done seen happen to Cat.
yeah.
Marijuana don't do that. Not that. Marijuana will make you look. It'll make you age, you know. But he said, "No, Kaylee, it ain't just."
A bullshit?
No.
Bullshit?
No.
Bullshit.
I know better. I know better than that. Now, Cat can say what he wants to say. I know better. I saw what he looked like on Pimp Chronicles. His hair looked better than a whole lot of y'all females. Life changed him. Life changed.
Aging, and like I said,
I be that ain't just
aging.
aging.
A little bit weathered. I'll say that.
Okay.
Life has definitely caught up with him.
Okay.
But let me tell you, but what he was speaking.
Yeah. Now, other than that,
out of his mouth, I feel like, and you know, people have been debating, lying, this, that, and he spoke his truth. Okay, his truth may not look like your truth, but he did speak his truth, and I think that, you know, which brings us to our topic for today: integrity over money. You know, integrity versus money, rather, and people speaking their truth, which, you know, I have learned that their term means standing on business. So, you know, Cooper's so tired of using that. But, you know, in 2024, he did say this is going to be the year of truth and exposure. And I honestly kind of think that. I think people are getting to the point to where they're kind of tired of, accepting the status quo and kind of going through the norms. And so, now we need to talk about it. We need to talk about it. So, go ahead.
Sheila said, I've noticed that not one person has replied and said he was lying. Mm-hmm. They're just calling him a hater. Ricky Smiley did say that he did get his agent out and say that I did have the Money Mike part in that movie, but him and his agent both agreed that Cat got the part, that's what he was coming in. Ricky Smiley said he was coming in for that part. His agent did come on in and say yes, that's true, but Cat did get the part. Ricky said he was fine with being Santa, and he said that they said it was good that Cat got the part because he actually killed it, turned it into a pimp and killed it. So that was that. But other than that, Sheila, you all right. None of them have come out and just really said he was lying, to my knowledge.
They called him, as she said, a hater. Some folks said he was just angry. Some people said, well, Cat was just using this as an opportunity to promote his show. Matter of fact, Coop and I, we are going Friday. He will be here at Cedar Park in our area, so we will be attending that show on this Friday. But Dominique, same thing, having nobody came out and said he was lying, so everything he must have said is true. Sheila goes back and says this country was designed to tear apart the black family. This falls into that by emasculating our black men.
Oh shit! Oh Lord have mercy.
All right.
Lord have mercy. Lord, you preaching, Sheila.
So, I will say I hate to see when, there's every single race, that's out there. I've seen other men put on dresses. This is not just a black people's issue where you have, black men in Hollywood putting on their dresses. One of my really probably top 10 movies growing up was Mrs. Doubtfire. Like, I absolutely loved that movie growing up, Mrs. Doubtfire. And that was a man in a dress, but I felt like he played that role very well, because, of course, it reminds you of a granny. And so I don't necessarily, but to Cat Williams' point, there's probably been more black men that have put on a dress. And
put them in the chat, guys. Put them in the chat.
Yeah, I mean,
put them in the chat. Let's talk about it.
Martin Lawrence. Of course,
Eddie our favorite. Yeah.
Sure did. That's right.
Eddie done a dress multiple times.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
What is the man?
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. Ricky Smiley.
I mean, Wesley Snipes.
Yes.
Our thug hero.
Yes.
Wesley Snipes was our thug hero from New Jack City, and he done put the dress on.
Yeah. And then Vince Rhymes, was that his name?
Vin Rames.
Vin Rames. Lord Jesus. See, that y'all might.
You killing it. Oh Lord.
I'm
Try
really with names.
Yeah, that's
but the thing about it is, like, they put, and we glad. Madea is one of, Tyler Perry has built a whole freaking studio based off of playing Madea. Okay, he's gone all around the country. And so that is something to talk about, and then while Said had,
Said did the lunch lady.
You sure did.
Said did the lunch lady. Yeah, Said done it. You can't miss them.
And maybe it's them trying to show range too, just as an actor. Hey, I can be this or I can, be that. But anyway, that's a huge point because, growing up we saw that. And like the generation, of course, behind us was seeing that. You're seeing more of these men that are comfortable.
Oh man, Jaleel White.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Jamie Foxx.
Yes.
Wanda. Play Wanda way back.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so, what he's saying is that by, one of the things that Kat said, you'll never see me in a dress because I'm not going to allow our society, like what they put out, what Hollywood puts out, they're role models. And what they're saying is I'm not going to allow the society or people where I come from to see me in a dress because that's not who I am.
What's the big wig name, y'all? Somebody put in the chat for me. What's the big wig name that Kat said basically came out and said he asked me could he suck my penis.
Oh, Harry Weinstein. So the guy that, yeah, that's
A bullshit?
the one who's already.
A bullshit? A bullshit.
But
A bullshit.
apparently, to get in this industry, you had to go through Harry, And I mean, that's the type of stuff that they're dealing with behind closed doors. But on the other end, look at their careers. They're making $50 million in 20. Ludacris went from a great rapper, but now he's a part of a franchise. This man is now a multi-millionaire. They're talking about Tyler Perry, but look what he's built. All these people are talking about Steve Harvey. No, hadn't been a mega superstar in terms of being an actor, but look, he's on
Everything. Family Feud. I got his own talk show. Had his own radio show, of course. Steve was doing he was a judge on TV.
He did. He had a judge show. I mean, he has his career. When you look at Cat's career, when you look at it, he's doing just fine. And as a matter of fact, he has pretty much he's paid for everything that he has. He doesn't go to like these big, industry names and pay. He's self-paid and kind of self-made, if you will. So that's why another reason why he can come and call the shots. He can have interviews like this.
So what is it? I think what I'm trying to get out of everybody from all this is, do you play the game? Mm-hmm. Do you play the game? Do you play the game to get? Have you played the game to get where you are currently? And are you continuing to play the game to get where you want to be? Then, after we ask that question, I want to know, how many people have you stepped on? How many crabs in a bucket have you seen? Or how many times have you pulled somebody's legs or claws down to get where you at? How many times have y'all seen this stuff happening? Because it's happening every day. This is what it's coming down to. This is what Cat is saying. When you're stealing people's jokes and you're saying all these things that end up hurting somebody else's career, or doing all these things that end up hurting somebody else's career to help your own, then aren't you the same person that Cat is talking about right now? That's what it's coming down to for me. I mean, that's pretty much what Cat is saying. Cat is saying that people are willing to do things that not only question your integrity, but your manhood, your morals, your values. Like, you're willing to do pretty much whatever it takes for $1. Or, from what I'm seeing in the community, a title. You want to be somebody. Yeah. You want to have the nicest vehicle. You want to have the nicest house. And don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with those things. But what are you doing to get that title? What are you doing to get that vehicle? What are you doing to get that house? What are you doing so you can walk around with your chest poked out, feeling like you the biggest dog in that job, whatever that job is? Yeah. Whatever that career is.
And I think it happens in every industry. Cat, of course, is a comedian, so he's talking about Hollywood and what's happening with, comedians. But it happens in every industry. Whether you're in the industry of education, whether you're self-employed, it doesn't really matter. It's happening at our level, and we see it every day. You guys know these people. Y'all know individuals that have used what they have to get what they want in order to move up the chain in the job.
We've seen people literally be lied on because there was a plan to get them out the way to create opportunities for other people. We have seen this right here in our community. We've seen it. Lied on. I mean, literally, their entire careers have been destroyed. Destroyed to get them out the way because others wanted what they got. or what they have. And here's the part that bothers me the most. Like Cat is saying, it's our people. It's us. We will cut each other down, but we'll cut each other at the knees for an opportunity in a minute and won't even think twice about it. Why are we like that? I know you know about this stuff, guys. I know you know about this stuff. You don't have to say no names. You don't have to say a name. But I know you know about this stuff. And the thing that I got out of listening to Cat Williams is, guys, we can't even get along when it comes to comedy. A profession that is supposed to bring joy to our people. We can't even get along when it comes to comedy. They're stealing each other's jokes. You know, they're ripping each other down. They can't get along on tours. They said that the Kings of Comedy tour was supposed to be going on, could have been going on for years after that. But there was jealousy within the group. There were things going on within all these strong black men that caused a rift in that group. And therefore, it ended the tour. These are 4 talented men. There was D.L. Hughley, Ced the Entertainer, Steve Harvey, and the late Bernie Mac. And there was jealousy within that group. And we don't know the full story, guys. We wasn't there. But when they say that tour could have continued, hell, why would we not believe it could have continued? It should have continued. But something happened within that group, guys, that caused them to have to stop what they were doing. And Bernie Mac, I believe, tried to tell you in that show. He tried to tell you on that movie. He said, y'all scared of me. I'm the only one that ain't got a show on here. Y'all scared of me. He stood out there when y'all scared I'm going to say something. And that's what the problem is with Cat. They're afraid he going to say something. Because he will. Cat has said something.
And that's what happens in regular life, in our everyday life. The person that speaks out, the person that speaks their truth, the person that stands on business and is passionate about what it is that they're doing, they're always perceived as angry. Those individuals are perceived. It says here, y'all actually research. Y'all know we research every time. But when you decide to choose your morals and your values and your integrity, it's gonna strain relationships with colleagues or employers. And that's because most people not most, but a lot of you guys, a lot of folks prioritize financial gain over values. And it's gonna impact your career networks as well. And so people don't, and I'm gonna tell you, when you start choosing integrity, okay, your career trajectory maybe is gonna be harder. It's also gonna be a little bit slower. Because that means that you're gonna be willing to turn down opportunities that you would have gotten if you just kept your mouth closed. If you would have just sat there and been quiet, you could have possibly get into that opportunity. So it says here, upholding values might mean passing up lucrative opportunities, leading to immediate financial strain or a slower career trajectory. And the reason is because that nobody wants to. It's lonely when you're speaking out.
Make third down more manageable.
Yeah! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Yeah!
Against CeeDee Lamb. This time CeeDee Lamb's in.
You might be ostracized. You know? People. It's gonna take you a lot longer to hit milestones. So speaking out and speaking your truth and doing what Kat is talking about, that when you truly, okay, what's going on over here? Let me see. What are you reading? Look at Tank, Genuine and Tyrese. I have had light bread last longer than their group.
Wait a minute. What'd you call that bread, Bubba? Read what he called that bread. Now, how many people call light bread? What do y'all call bread? I came down here call bread light bread. I ain't never heard that before.
No.
We call it light bread.
Y'all, this is a side note. Now, this is facts right here. I went to the grocery store. We had just kind of gotten back together, and I think we were living together and what have you, getting ready to engage. And I went to the grocery store. Coop said, pick up some light bread while you're there. That's what he told me. I'm in the store like, what in the world is he talking about, light bread? I'm thinking he's talking about white bread. I did not know what in the world that was. I even went and asked the person in the store. I said, sir, have you heard of light bread? I didn't know if this was some sort of diet bread or what. And so I hadn't heard that term before. Maybe y'all have. But anyway, I now understand what light bread is. So that's a side note.
Light bread.
But the Tank Genuine, put it in the chat. Change and Tyrese, what was the name of that group? Oh goodness, it was a good one too. And they still can't get along to get that group together. And you know why they can't get along? Because they can't figure out who's going to be the headliner. That's what they were trying to figure out. Who's going to be the headliner? I had to look into that too because I really like that group. But anyway, TGT. No, I don't think that was the name of it. It was something like that. Tank. It was something like that. But anyway, because it was their names. Was that it? Maybe so. But anyway, y'all, we didn't digress. Bubba done took us all off our topic for the day. Going back to Mr. Cat Williams, okay? So going back to that, when you guys, I'm just gonna tell you because I'm a living witness. If you are going to stand on your values, it will truly cause you to have a temporary. This is only temporary, but you may temporarily receive some rejections. And you will also temporarily not be able to climb the ladder in the way that you would want to. And the reason that I'm saying it.
Y'all want to see a dead body?
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Trust me.
But I'm going to tell you the flip side of it.
I can't even rent a stadium.
Yeah.
I can't even rent a stadium.
Yeah.
You're going to go through some things when you speak up. There is a drawback to being real.
You know, Pamela Wade put in the chat, you will win in the end. And this is the one thing that I 100%.
You want to assume that. You want to assume that. One thing about it, I can say you can sleep at night knowing that you didn't sell out.
There you go.
That's my thing. I ain't selling out for nobody. I'm going to keep it 100. That's why the name of my show is Salute the Real. I'm going to be me. But I want to believe that, Pam. I want to believe that feel-good story. I want to believe that you're going to win in the end. But honestly, is Cat Williams winning compared to so many others that have done so many things that he could have done if he would shut up? Is he really winning? He can sleep at night, but is with the talent that guy has. Y'all gotta correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Friday After Next was Cat Williams' first movie. With the talent that guy showed you on Friday After Next, do y'all not wonder how many movies this dude could have done right by now?
Absolutely.
So don't get me wrong. It's not like it's not like he's suffering. He like he said, he's done 12 comedy specials. So he's being successful. Sharon, I think Sharon put a big one in there. I think he's done like 12 comedy specials. So he's found success in ways that, like he said, he talked about Sid and the Entertainer, and he said Sid is done for, and you can't find neither one of Sid's comedy specials on Netflix or Tubi. He said that. So So he's had success, but based on the success that we saw him have in Friday After Next, based on the talent that we saw, can we really say that this dude has had the opportunities that he would have had if he would have shut his mouth, went by the rules, played the game, basically did the politicking that he was supposed to do? And possibly, I don't know, maybe bend over as well.
So, and I was looking for this comment in the chat because it speaks to what you're talking about. Up here, Dominique Willard says, that's why he said it's God's side and it's the other side.
Ooh.
From his perspective, and I think also, like, you know, there's only two sides to this. In other words, if you know, whether you're a believer or not, it's the right side and then it's the wrong side.
Well, let me ask you this: when the ones come on, and when the ones be at your job, and they know that you're being harassed, they know that you're being treated like crap, they know that these people are after you. They've heard these people talking about you at the lunch table. They've heard these people talking about you out at the car and what they planned on doing. They know that these people are plotting against you and planning against you and planning to do something that's going to get rid of you. And they don't say nothing. Do you feel like that they're not on God's side? Because this is who they are. This is basically what they do.
They saying I drove a getaway car, but I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I'm innocent.
Come on this way.
So are you from
They basically saying that they legally blind.
And I'm a female.
They're being legally blind to what is going on around them. I have talked to people in this situation that have told me behind the scenes, yes, Coop, we know what's going on. Yes, Coop, we have heard the chatter. Yes, Coop, we have seen the mischief that these people have been involved with. But we can't say nothing because we might lose our job. So it's hard for me to say that these people are doing the devil's work just because they're being quiet.
No, I think I'm not even saying they're doing the devil's work in that situation.
It's God's
But
side or the wrong side? If you don't speak up, are you on the wrong side?
What I'm saying is that over time, and this is the psychological impact. Believe it or not, accepting the status quo and the money and not speaking up, there's a psychological impact to it. We're all human, okay? And it says here the psychological impact on individuals who consistently prioritize money over integrity has negative long-term effects. And what that's talking about is not being able to, when we say you're not able to sleep at night, that is you knowing, hey, you might have the biggest house on the block, you may drive the best car out in the parking lot, but if you got that because you scam people, if you've gotten that because you have walked over others and then in order to prioritize your own financial gain for other people, if you have received that because you have done something illegal or unethical in order to get to the space that you're at, how are you really living with yourself?
Gave up that thing to get there.
That too.
Some of y'all giving up that thing to get there. So some of you done gave that thing to so many people you can't even figure it out no more. You don't even know how many you gave it to. They say BS will get you to the top, but it won't keep you there.
And the thing about it is, you guys, especially, and it happens, again, every industry, I think somebody put in here, I saw Darryl mention like the trucking industry. It literally goes on in church.
Oh, gee. Oh, what?
Make third down more
That's a whole
manageable.
conversation. Oh, my God. Oh, man.
Against CD Lamb. This time CD Lamb's.
We diving into it.
Woo.
Because listen, this is the year of exposing, telling the truth. Let's just be real. A lot of people have gone away from the church house, physically appearing and going in person because of this type of foolishness. You know? The things that are happening in the church house.
All them ladies in red were seeing red, too. There was a lot of them that were seeing red.
Sin red.
Yeah, because they were angry, jealous, envy. They were mad at the woman that was marching right in front of her. They were mad at that woman that was watching right in front of her.
Oh my goodness.
Right in front of her. Right in front of her. I seen this. Y'all can't tell me nothing. I've been seeing this since I was young. I seen this. I seen them ladies in that amen corner of that church with stuff in their mouth. He ain't shit. He ain't.
In church.
What? I was ushering. Everything that Steve Harvey talked about Miss Sister Odell.
Yeah.
I've been seeing that since I was a little man. Look here, man. This stuff is for real. This ain't fake.
Yeah.
Right there in that church house. This stuff been going down for years. Man, come on, man. It's everywhere. It's everywhere.
It's happening, you guys. And the thing about it is, I communicate because what? It has us talking. Again, before the show came on, I went on and looked 35.9 million views. Now, this was Shannon's 102nd or 105th interview. Y'all, he's interviewed Sid. He's interviewed Steve. He's interviewed Ricky Smiley. He's interviewed all of them. Did they get the views that Cat got?
Of course not.
They did not. I think the most that they've received was like 8 million from Steve Harvey, but it had been on for months and months and months. This man then got 35.9 million views because at the end of the day, the things that he was saying were not only truthful, but they needed to be said because we have to have these conversations. Y'all, it is so critical that we have these conversations, for real. Like I said, the reason that I was tuned in watching this thing for twice, 2.5 times, Coop, is because it resonated with me. You know, the stuff that's happening in our community. It resonates. You guys, we got some leaders. In 2024, we're adding a quick commercial. We're adding another platform. I'll be going live, having my own show, my own platform.
Yes, Lord. Yeah.
My page, Candace Wade Cooper. There's a link that I have at the very top to be a guest on my podcast. I know some people have already completed and filled out the form. Thank you so much. I will be getting with you within the next week or two so that we can go ahead and schedule the time.
And y'all can get serious. Y'all won't have me on here talking noise. Y'all can get serious.
Coop has Salute the Real. Y'all know every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And then we're here with Live with the Coopers every Monday at 8. So you guys, we have more content coming. We're excited about that. I just had to do a quick plug before we go into this. Okay, Kevin McKnight says, I guess this is Union Prairie Missionary Baptist Church. For those that don't know, that's the church that Coop attended.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. He went Monday.
Shout out to Kate McKnight. That's my boy.
Sundays.
What?
What days did you go?
Monday. Oh, they start with Sunday, right? Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday, sometimes 2-3 times a day. Monday was business meeting. Wednesday, Bible study. Friday, usher or choir practice. Sometimes Saturday, BTU Bible drill team.
That's it.
Come on now.
And so, and I went on, not to Union Prairie Missionary Baptist Church, but, you know, for us growing up, it was, of course, Sunday. We go to Bible study on Wednesday sometime, and then and Friday was, I think, or Saturday, Friday and Saturday. It was either youth practice or choir rehearsal. So,
And then me and my grandpa mowed the churchyard, so we had to be out there. Yeah. But churchyard and the graveyard, 6-hour job. Yeah.
Y'all, he says that, but remember I told y'all about them soft hands. So we
see, you know, they got people out here. See, you don't gotta take my word for nothing. We did work. I did work. I had to work. Kevin, would you please tell my wife who had to mow that yard? Please tell her who mowed that yard, who came down there in a slab in a purple painted car with rims on it and nice tires and all with music to mow a church yard down that dusty red road. Please tell this woman. Please tell this woman.
Thank you for tuning in. And she says, I can't watch Brandon because he has me crying.
Stay tuned, Treese. Come on Wednesdays. Come on Wednesdays. You ain't seen nothing.
Lord,
come on Wednesdays.
Lord, let me tell you.
Odell and Coop. Please tell them who mowed that yard.
Make third down more manageable.
Yes! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Yes!
Against CeeDee Lamb. This time
Trent,
CeeDee
you did
Lamb's
sound like me on that post. Oh, that's you? That's who that is? Hello, Miss Cook. Oh, you gave it to him. You gave it to him. You got some coop in you. I see it. Hey, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you, y'all.
Kevin McKnight is co-signing at Odell and Coop.
Man, ain't nobody got a lot of you, man. I work. I've been working all my life. I gotta go to work tonight. It don't stop.
You work now.
It don't stop. I work.
But you must have woke up.
Yeah, hey, it's just in the genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Look at Bubba. Come on, man.
Grandpa gave you $8 for mowing. How much, yard that you have to mow for that $8?
I just told you it takes 6 hours. Shit. What? I leave Bubba house. I try to get Bubba to come down there with me. He would never ride down there with me to mow that yard. He would never ride down there and mow that churchyard with me. I had to be out in the cemetery, weed eating around grave sites.
6 hours and $8.
Come on, man.
You do that now to a person under 18, and you might get CPS called on you.
Shit. Look at CK Kitchen. He know that church. He was in that church too.
Yeah. Let me go through some of these comments. I'm going back toward the top. Let's see here. Sheila, Miss Tutson, I feel they prey on those down on their luck. Flash some money so integrity goes out the window. Ooh, good point. Good point.
Ooh.
Good point. You catch a person.
Oh Lord, please don't bend over me, please. Unless that's who you are.
Yeah.
If that's who you are, all good. But don't do it for no money. Please don't do it, guys. Please don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
My mom, shout out to her. She put in here, shout out to Addie Guy, and that's my little niece, for standing on business and receiving a high gold for her solo performance on Saturday. So shout out to Miss Addison. Y'all, she is the dancer of the family. So shout out to her.
Killing it.
Yes. CK Kitchen. Oh, you guys, Luda. So it says Luda made a song. So a lot of folks responded.
Luda made a song.
Yeah, in response.
And of course, Luda can flow. Luda has one of the greatest. I mean, he's one of the greatest rappers we've ever had. Luda he's a straight up lyricist. Okay, no doubt about that. But Luda never said he didn't do it. He never said he didn't do it. He made a song. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But he never said he didn't do it.
And I'm gonna tell you what got me was Epps. What's his name? Mike Epps' response. Mike Epps said, "I wish he would have said my name. I need the promotion." So anyway, he was mad because his name didn't get said. So anyway, that was a funny response. CK Kitchen, this country don't have anything with the failure of this country. Okay, I think we talked about that. Don't have anything with the failure of the black family. Let's see here. My mom, Cat Williams, wore a woman's wig. However, he was wearing it to portray a pimp. So that was the difference.
Yeah.
He was wearing the wig to portray a role of a pimp. And he talked about how he learned how to be the pimp because it was some of the ladies of the night when he that helped him to grow up. Once he left home at 13 and ended up in Florida, that he was accustomed to some of the ladies of the night. So that's how he actually learned about that role. Let's see here. Oh, they were going through who's worn a dress. So Fox, we kind of covered those. We covered those. During the Shakespeare era, men played all the women's roles. That is right. That is correct. Thank you so much for bringing that up. When there was a time when women couldn't even be seen, on camera, and so men.
In some countries, it's still that way. Most countries, matter of fact, besides ours, women, boy, a lot of them, they can't say a word. Real update on the game, real quick, guys. Championship game, Michigan is winning 20-13. Third quarter, 8 minutes and 16 seconds left, and Michigan has the ball.
Yeah, all right. Yay! Is it a crowd or are we booing?
We just provide information. I have no dog in this fight.
Got it. Ms. Hudson, again, I have never wanted to excel in any job so much so I compromise my integrity. I firmly believe because if it don't come back on you, it may come back on generations in your family, your child or your children's children. That karma is something else. Never illegal, immoral, or unsafe. Let's see here. Truth is a dog-eat-dog world. Delbert says, I have seen it all when it comes to the trucking industry. All right. Let me go back up here to Sharon. Let me see. All right. Now I'm going to have time. You guys, her comment is in the post. I'm going to go ahead and read this.
Sharon wrote a book.
Boy, she was ready. Everyone has their own perspective of the interview, but I think at the end of the day, there are people that have an innate way of reading people from top to bottom, from one interaction. That is Cat Williams. If you listen to him, he is basing everything on his interactions with the other comedians, not what he heard somebody say. I think people want to use his obvious vices, drugs, and alcohol as a way to discredit him. I would take his word before someone skinning and grinning in my face, off from something they've heard about me and not really a fan of me. He's straight, no chaser. To me, that is integrity.
She also says, I think he is one of those people, when he is gone to glory, we will hear about what he did for people that he never spoke on. That may be his end goal. Look here. Wait a minute. We're already hearing about all the things Cat Williams did for people because they're coming out and saying it. They're coming out and telling you. We heard multiple people. Bootsy, Lil Bootsy came out. Bootsy Badass came out and said that Cat Williams threw a package in his car or threw it, whatever. He thought it was some weed when Bootsy had got out, when he had got off lock.
Yeah.
He thought it was some weed. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, Candace, Bootsy said it was 15 grand.
15 grand. And
15
he
grand.
was staying in like a hotel at the time, And that's the thing about it. He talked about 10%. He talked about tithing. And he was like, I believe in giving 10%. So if I am doing a show in that community, because that community gave to me, I feel like I need to give back to that community. So he talked about at least at a minimum giving 10%. There have been comedians coming out the woodwork. And I'm going to tell you, all these people that post, I did this and I did this for this person, it ain't nothing wrong with that. But behind the scenes, this man has been feeding people, he's adopted 6 children. I think he has 7 total. I
thought he said he had 10.
He might have.
I don't know. 5, yeah.
That's right, he did say that. Those are not, y'all, he's going around adopted children and he's a single father. Not everybody does that kind of stuff. So when you look at the man itself and who he stands, what he stands for and what he stands behind, and people are giving him his flowers now. Yeah. And so anyway, let's get to.
A lot of them have had good things to say. There was a white comedian that's been on the road with Cat Williams for years. Mm-hmm. I forgot his name, but Rashard sent that to me. Been on the road with him for years, and he said Cat Williams has done him good the entire time. Mm-hmm. I forgot his name. Somebody, if y'all saw that too, please put it in the chat. But he said that. Gary Owen said Cat Williams has really showed love to him and always treated him right. So it's a lot of people that are coming out talking about how Cat Williams has really looked out for them, behind the scenes. And here's the thing: when we talk about this, seems like, and I'm just being real here. I'm not saying they're not doing it. But it seems like if these people are hearing these things that are being said about Steve, and they're hearing these things that are being said about Said, seems like these people would come out that they have been doing things for and say, well, hey, I don't know what Cat is thinking, I don't know what's going on. But Steve, blah, blah, blah for me and blah, blah, blah for me. And Said, blah, blah, blah for me and blah, blah, blah for me. Yet we're not hearing the people come to their defense the way we're hearing the people come to Cat's defense.
Now that's when you push the button. You know, because my thing is, you're right. I mean, you're right. I saw a couple of people that come out, but it was kind of more of that's my friend. You know, it wasn't a, hey, this person did this for me. And not to say that they're not, you know, not to say, because Tiffany Haddish did come out and talk, you know, Kevin Hart put her on, if you will. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about in Tyler Perry.
Kevin Hart has put on a whole lot of people.
He has.
Kevin Hart has put on a whole lot of people. I mean, what was Cat saying about Kevin Hart though?
He was saying he's an industry plant. And you know, and what he was like, do y'all know the definition of an industry plant? And what he's meaning by that is Kevin Hart was one of those people that Hollywood kind of put out there. You know, that's that whole industry plant thing. That's a Hollywood. He was raised and groomed, and he's a person that does what he's told to do. You know, based on where he gets his money from. You know, and so that's what, yeah.
So he plays the game.
He plays the game, and he plays the game well. You know, and that's what. I've
always heard about Kevin Hart is he works harder than anybody. That's what I've always heard about him. Now, does this mean that Kevin Hart has been over?
Well, he kind of alluded to that, but he didn't come quite out and say that. You know, he did allude to some things. He talked about his wife. That was a whole other thing about how once folks make it in the industry, how they go and they change up their wife. You know, and some other stuff. So he talked about.
Well, Kevin Hart admitted he cheated on his wife.
No. I'm talking about the type of wife. So you know, they go through the industry and they may have a darker skin or a brown skinned woman, and then once they get to where they're supposed to, you can't make it in Hollywood without having what he said was a light skinned. What did he say? Ugly face. Y'all put it in the chat. I think he said light skin. These light skinned, funny faces. Some women.
You?
Me? I'm not considered. First of all,
well, you're a beautiful woman, but I'm talking about light skin part.
Yeah, but I don't consider myself light skin.
You are light skin.
Well, that's what he told
Would y'all consider her now? And let's go on and say this right now. Let's go on and wait a minute. Oh, ain't got nothing to do with this lighting. Let's go on and get this out here right now. Is she brown skinned?
I'm a brown skin.
Or is she light skinned? Yellow bone.
I am.
You ain't yellow bone.
I'm not a yellow bone.
But you ain't paper sack brown either.
I'm about the paper color of a paper sack brown.
Okay.
But now I feel like we going down the thing of colorism. But
well, let's you brought it up.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said they go and they get them a license.
So would you count?
No, I don't think so. Listen to these people that you didn't put in the. You got see yellow. No.
Yellow. I think.
Yes. Pecan brand. Y'all gotta see me in real life.
Pecan? Y'all know how dark a pecan is? What kind of stuff is that, Sharon? What are you talking about? You a pecan?
I just been in the winter. You know, I've been this winter time. I haven't really been outside, but I'm telling you, she wouldn't work in the field. Lord.
She wouldn't work in the field? What?
Yeah. Let me tell y'all something.
Make third down more manageable.
Here we go! Here we go!
Against CeeDee Lamb. This time CeeDee Lamb's in.
They didn't have no sunblock back then. They had to put you in the house. You'd have had to serve tea. You would have had to serve tea and cookies. You couldn't have made it outside. They whooped your ass outside. Them black folks would have whooped your ass. How did himself.
I don't know how we didn't went down
this. Yeah, you know how we went down this. You just brought it up. You said you got to have a certain woman. You would have been the woman that he would have went to.
No, I don't agree. We'll have to have that as another discussion.
You don't make that.
There is
that Me Too group. You don't make it.
They believe, okay, that people believe that you have to have a certain type of woman, and that's that colorism.
Look at Sharon, your old friend. That's your best friend. She would absolutely be in the big house. You wouldn't have made it out there, baby. That's all right. Hey, man, we all got a little mix in us now. Even the blackest ones on this chat. We all got a little mix in us now, guys. Sadly, old Master got to a lot of our people. He got to them. I'm darker, but trust me, I got a lot of mix in me. There's a whole lot of stuff in me. Mutt. I'm a mutt. So It is what it is.
I don't know how.
Slave master
what I
rapped
do, 'cause
her
it's-
great grandmother. Hey, look, and sadly, it's not funny. You know, Pam said that. That's not funny. Sam, but that's the truth, and that's the reality for most of us. Most of us. Master got to our greats, and you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Sadly,
So, anyway, y'all, it's getting late. It's 9:13.
It is.
So
I gotta-
We don't want to keep y'all. I know you gotta go to work.
I gotta go get it later.
Yeah.
I had to have a drink while I was on here, so I'm gonna sit here and go eat and go sit this off. But
Yeah, and then we have working out. Now I will tell you guys, y'all, Coop and I were doing very well with our workout regimen, and then something happened over the holidays. We've been still going,
I've
but
been
not as
working.
consistently as we should.
I've been working.
It just got cold for me. I'm just gonna tell y'all the truth.
She don't want to get up.
These
I still get up and be going to
don't
work.
want to get up that early in the morning, y'all. We get up early. And so anyway, I might have to change my time but our trainer, I think he's really ashamed of us, and probably don't want to tell people.
He haven't gave up on us. He haven't
No,
given up on
he
us.
had given up on us, but I don't think he wants people, us to tell people that he's training us. Because I think he's really embarrassed about it. And so it's not him, it's us. But we do have training. We have to go to training in the morning.
So what's your final words on this?
My final words on this is that in 2024, as someone put in the chat, that one of the things that my takeaway is that 2024, which for me, it's always been this way, but it is the year of truth telling. And I hope and pray that that is the truth, because I think that that is the only way we'll be able to get through the conflict. I think that's the only way we'll be able to truly understand each other, is to really be able to stand on your truth. So whatever your truth is, like, look, I'm not paying anybody's bills. So I'm not out here telling you to stand on your truth and accept nothing less and so forth and so on. But when you are, just make sure that whatever decisions that you're making are decisions that you can be able to live with. And like someone said, I think it was Miss Tutson, talked about karma. Karma is a mother, and you do not want him or her to come back and strangle you, okay? So for me, my final thought in all of this is always choose integrity and be able to live with yourself at the end of the day.
I'm just going. I want people to stop stepping on other people's necks. Stop stepping on other people to prop yourself up the ladder. I want people to start being real with one another and working hard to get what you deserve and not what you feel like you should have. I also want people to be patient and allow it to come the way it's supposed to come. Good will come to you if you think about more than yourself. It'll come to you. I never make decisions, guys. And for the people that know me, y'all know this is true. I never make decisions based on money alone. I never make decisions based on money alone. I never choose to go into a profession or go into a new project or anything that me and Candace got going based on money alone, because I know that if you are doing things with good intentions, if you're doing things because that's what you're supposed to be doing, that's what you've been called to do, it's in your spirit, good is gonna come. And if good comes, money comes with it, guys. You ain't gotta worry about that. If it's meant for you, if it's meant to make money for you, the money's gonna come. So, guys, I'm just tired of us. Something that I saw with the cat situation, and I've said this to people out here, is that if we can't come together when it comes to simple things, I've said it multiple times, going live frustrated about how coaches act, out here in the track world and the football world and the basketball world and the baseball world and blah, blah, blah. If we can't come together with something like sports and comedy, then miss me, powerful black people, when it comes to real topics in the community, when y'all saying we need to unite and create our own banks and our own grocery stores and our own food and I own this and I own that. No, we don't. No, we don't. Because you niggas will tear it up. Y'all will tear it up. Y'all will destroy it. Y'all will destroy it. And y'all are going to put yourselves above everybody else. And we won't have anything. So until we can actually sit down and be happy for one another, instead of being jealous of one another, we'll never be able to do this thing y'all call come together. You know, even as we saw tonight and, you know, over the last couple of weeks in comedy. Can't come together.
All right, all right.
So stupid.
So, you guys, we want to thank you for tuning in to Live with the Coopers. I want to, if you are in the Austin area and you have a kiddo between the ages of 5 and 18 that's interested in running track, right now we do have a track organization, a youth track organization. We have children between the ages of 5 and 18 that are out, and our outdoor season has opened. So
you gonna tell them the name of the team?
Austin Honey Badgers Track Club. Coop and I founded this track club 10 years ago. So registration is now open for our outdoor season. The outdoor season begins in March. I believe it's the first Monday in March. And we go all the way until sometimes July or August. So I would, please, if you have a young person, you're in the Austin area, you're interested in that young person, if you know of some young people that may be wanting to be a part of an organization, please feel free to go to the Austin Honey Badgers Track Club page on Facebook. You can find us there, or you can go to www.austinhoneybadgers.org and fill out our application.
Now sponsored by Cooper Young Enterprises. We clean so you don't have to. Commercial cleaning, baby.
All right, thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Live with the Coopers.
Before we leave, y'all, real quick. Y'all just feel it for a moment. Feel the pastor. Let him talk to
Ain't
you.
nobody calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me, are you still involved? Calling me, texting me, paging me, asking me.
Nobody's
am I
calling
still
me.
involved? Y'all
They
need
don't
to
wanna
check
call
on
me now.
Listen. I'm still involved.
Yeah!
Woo, hush up, abortion. Hey, I'm still them boys.
Yeah!
Oh, I'm still them boys. I'm still them
We'll
boys.
see y'all next Wednesday. Salute the real. It's coming up Wednesday.
I'm
Salute the real.
still
Y'all feel it as y'all go.
I'm
Much
still
love.
them boys. Yeah. I'm still them boys. Call and check on me. Hey, I'm still them boys. Them boys. I'm still them boys. Now y'all don't want to call and check on the pastor. I'm still them boys. Huh. Yeah, I'm still them boys.